Distinguished guests, partners, and friends, bienvenidos a Lima. Welcome to the 19th World Cargo Symposium here in the colorful city of Lima, Peru. This is the first time that WCS is being held in South America, and it's long overdue, given the vital role that air cargo plays on this amazing continent. It is wonderful to welcome so many of you here as we come together to explore the major challenges and the opportunities shaping the future of air cargo. We're delighted to have more than 1,000 delegates with us this year, and I want to extend my thanks to each of you for making the journey. Your presence means a lot, in particular given the recent situation in the Middle East, which has created uncertainty and disruptions for many. Your commitment to being here, despite these circumstances, speaks to the strength and resilience of our global air cargo community. I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to LATAM Cargo, our host airline, for their outstanding support in bringing World Cargo Symposium here to Lima for the very first time. We're also very much looking forward to the gala dinner that LATAM Cargo will kindly be hosting tomorrow evening. It promises to be a truly memorable highlight of this year's symposium. Thank you as well to Prom Peru, our destination partner, and Lima Airport for hosting this evening's welcome reception. It'll be a good opportunity for everyone to connect following our opening sessions this morning. Thank you to our platinum sponsor, Cathay Pacific, for their generous support. We also extend our thanks to our gold sponsors, Amazon Air Cargo, Champ, Lima Airport, Pros, Swissport, Terminal Logistics, and WFS, whose partnership helps make this event possible. A special thank you goes to our silver and bronze sponsors for their valued support. I invite you to explore the profiles of all of our sponsors and the exhibitors in the WCS event app. We also extend our appreciation to our principal media partner, Air Cargo News, along with all of our media partners. Please, let's give all our sponsors a round of applause for their commitment to the air cargo industry. To help you navigate the conference, I invite you to download the WCS26 event app by scanning the QR code displayed on the screen. The app has the entire program, speakers, networking tool, live updates, and much more. Don't hesitate to connect with us online using the hashtag #IATAWCS. This year, we are also pleased to introduce AI-powered content summaries, kindly sponsored by Airbus. During and after the sessions, you'll find AI-generated recaps within the app, making it easier than ever to follow key insights and share them amongst your teams. Live translation is also available throughout the plenary sessions and streams. Please scan the QR code or use the link inside the event app to access the real-time interpretation on your personal device. Let us collectively applaud and express our gratitude to all of our sponsors, our exhibitors for their continued support, which again is extremely valued. Now I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Willie Walsh, Director General from IATA.
Thank you, Brendan. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Morales, ministers, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends, it's my great pleasure to formally welcome you to the World Cargo Symposium in Lima, Peru. As Brendan says, it's the first time we're meeting in this region, and I would like to also join with Brendan to extend my thanks to our host airline, LATAM Cargo, for making this event possible. We meet, not for the first time, at a time of significant disruption and uncertainty in our industry. About 16% of international global cargo ton kilometers flow through the Middle East. And given the recent disruption, it's clear that while we reflect on the challenges we face, we'll also remember how resilient our industry is. And it's important to remember all of those who are suffering from the effects of war, both in Ukraine and in the Middle East region. And to acknowledge the fantastic work that our colleagues in the airlines in the region are doing to facilitate the repatriation of people who have been caught in the major hubs in the Middle East. I look forward to a robust discussion about the critical importance of air cargo, not just to the airline industry, but to the world. Air cargo has taken on an even greater importance since the terrible events of the COVID pandemic, when I think the true appreciation of the work that air cargo does was seen by everybody, not just in our industry, but worldwide. I hope you enjoy the conversations that we have over the next couple of days. I hope you will all contribute to the debate. I hope you will all make this a fantastic event and reflect on the importance of air cargo to our industry. And it's now my great pleasure to introduce my good friend, Roberto Alvo, the Chief Executive of the LATAM Airlines Group, to address you. Thank you very much.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I especially want to welcome the authorities present, Ms. Prime Minister and Mr. Minister of Transportation. Thank you very much for being here today. Industry colleagues, IATA members, critical supply chain providers, and media present today. It's a pleasure receiving you here this time in beautiful Lima. I hope you enjoy the next few days in this wonderful city. Given the events of the past few days, I decided to change my speech, to be honest. I think at this time it's impossible to address you and ignore the current situation in the Middle East. The war involving Iran is a tragedy, and as it pertains to our industry, it is another disruptive event that is having major impact on global logistics, and air cargo is the center, again, of this disruption. The closure of the Hormuz Strait, along with key airports such as Doha and Dubai, has sent shockwaves through the global supply chains. The Hormuz Strait, as we know, alone handles 20% of the world's seaborne crude oil, and its blockage has pushed oil prices up by more than 60% in just a few days. Just yesterday, the price swings that we saw in the market statistically should happen once every 3.5 million days. That means one every 10,000 years. At the same time, the shutdown of Doha and Dubai airports, which together moved more than 2 million tons of cargo every year, left critical goods stranded. Industry figures compiled by IATA show that roughly 35% of the regional perishables consumed in the region and about 20% of the global electronics shipments passed through these airports. These goods now have been forced onto longer, more complex routes, increasing transit times and costs. IATA has warned that these disruptions pose serious risk to food security, industrial production, and the overall industry of global trade, stability of global trade. With the strait closed and those hubs currently most offline, air and sea cargo volumes have dropped sharply, highlighting the importance of choke points and exposing the relative fragility of the world supply chain setup where we operate today. I'm sure this crisis will teach important lessons to all of us. And with you, I want to share two reflections. I believe that established trend patterns will be revisited, and the trade-off between geography and stability or risk will likely be rethought. New routes, such as the Arctic for sea freight, will be no doubt prioritized and likely bringing back on the discussion scene Greenland. Secondly, I think governments will try to move quickly, and airlines and logistics providers will be under intense pressure to move goods fast and reconnect disrupted trade flows. Air cargo, our industry, will be expected to be delivered immediately. Some people may say these changes as threats. I believe that they can create opportunities for our industry. The pressure from governments to establish supply chains creates opportunity for the air cargo industry to demonstrate what is possible and what is not possible under the current conditions. It gives us a genuine chance to highlight the structural challenges we have been facing for years, and to make regulators and governments fully aware that these issues cannot be solved by airlines alone. For example, despite years of progress, a significant portion of air cargo operations still relies on paper documentation. and most of the time requires by all custom designs with slow processes and increases the risk of errors. It is deeply ironic to me that air cargo transports almost 100% of the electronics that are propelling the AI revolution, and some of this relies still on paper. The digital interline cargo capabilities remain limited, making it harder for airlines to work seamlessly across networks. Cargo infrastructure at many airports, especially in emerging markets, was never designed with a comprehensive view of the future and its possibilities. This is the case, unfortunately, of the airport in Lima. Our documentation, according to IATA, more than 50% of air cargo stations worldwide still have not adopted standardized digital platforms. When governments will ask the industry to move faster after the conflict, this, in my opinion, may be the moment to explain that speed, resilience, and reliability depend on regulatory consistency, digitalization, and infrastructure investment. Recovery should not be the result of operational effort alone. This is an opportunity for governments, regulators, and the industry to collaborate, subject always to complying, of course, with legal and antitrust requirements, by appreciating real constraints and building a common understanding on what needs to change to advance industry standards and make the air cargo and logistics industries solid and efficient backbones of the world economy and what is to come. I see this year's WCS as a great opportunity to intensify those discussions, and I encourage you to make use of this opportunity behind the crisis. Thank you very much for being here today. I wish you a fruitful and enjoyable World Cargo Symposium. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those kind words. I would like now to invite Prime Minister Morales to the stage to give a welcome address to us all. Welcome, please.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor to me being in this impressive event. Thank you, IATA, for choosing Peru as they said this is the first time they organize this event in the region, so thank you for choosing Peru. Peru receives you not only with an open heart, but also with open skies. So, but talking about heart, as my heart speaks in Spanish, I have my speech in Spanish, so sorry for that, but I'll start. El Perú recibe en Lima a los principales líderes de la industria global de carga aérea, como una muestra de la confianza que la comunidad internacional deposita en nuestro país y en su capacidad para seguir integrándonos al comercio internacional. La organización del Simposio Mundial de Carga 2026 constituye un reconocimiento al papel creciente que nuestro país tiene dentro de las cadenas logísticas internacionales. Durante el último año, hemos superado los 90.000 millones de dólares en exportaciones, consolidando una trayectoria sostenida de apertura e integración económica con el mundo. El 23% de estas exportaciones se canalizan a través de la vía aérea. Nuestra ubicación geográfica, acompañada de la estabilidad macroeconómica, la apertura comercial y las políticas económicas responsables, fortalecen el rol de nuestro país dentro del sistema logístico global en América del Sur, América del Norte, Europa y Asia. Actualmente, más de 4.4 millones de empleos están vinculados a las exportaciones, lo que representa más de 1/3 del empleo formal en el país. En este contexto, la carga aérea se ha convertido en un motor clave para el comercio y la competitividad del Perú. Hoy, las exportaciones que se movilizan por vía aérea suman 20.700 millones de dólares, mencioné, el 23% del total de nuestras exportaciones, y consolidan esta modalidad como la segunda vía de salida de mercancías más importante de nuestro país. Ese dinamismo responde a la propia estructura productiva que hemos construido. Sectores estratégicos como la minería, el sector textil y la agroindustria generan bienes de alto valor y utilizan la carga aérea para llegar con rapidez, seguridad y eficiencia a los mercados más exigentes del mundo. La aviación, además, genera un impacto significativo en nuestra economía. En los últimos años, la actividad aérea ha contribuido con alrededor de 6.000 millones de dólares en el Producto Bruto Interno, generando 364.000 puestos de trabajo. Este impacto directo está asociado a la cadena logística y al turismo internacional. Estos resultados confirman que el desarrollo de la conectividad aérea es un pilar estratégico para el desarrollo económico por el que nuestro país apuesta firmemente. Una red logística eficiente abre nuevos mercados, facilita la inversión y fortalece la integración de los países en la economía global. En este marco, el gobierno del presidente José María Balcázar impulsa la suscripción de la Adenda 5 del contrato de concesión del segundo grupo de aeropuertos durante esta gestión, es decir, antes de julio del 2026. El fortalecimiento de este grupo de aeropuertos nacionales va a permitir una inversión superior a los 454 millones de dólares, con el objetivo de rehabilitar pavimentos y optimizar la infraestructura de terminales en Ayacucho, Andahuaylas, Arequipa, Puerto Maldonado, Puno y Tacna. Con esa visión de futuro, el gobierno impulsa la modernización de la infraestructura aeroportuaria y el fortalecimiento de la conectividad logística del país, consolidándonos como el hub logístico regional. Contamos además con 23 acuerdos comerciales en vigencia, lo que nos permite como país acceder de manera preferencial a economías que representan más del 82% del PIB mundial. El Perú también viene negociando, adicionales a estos, 10 nuevos tratados comerciales con el objetivo de generar más oportunidades para nuestras empresas, diversificar mercados y fortalecer la presencia de los productos peruanos en el mundo. Estamos trabajando de forma articulada con el sector privado. La inversión, la innovación tecnológica y la cooperación internacional constituyen pilares esenciales para fortalecer las cadenas logísticas globales y asegurar el desarrollo económico del país. Nuestro gobierno de transición mantiene ese firme compromiso con la estabilidad económica, la continuidad de las inversiones y el pleno funcionamiento de los motores productivos del país. La conectividad, la inversión y la apertura al mundo constituyen esa visión país que proyecta el Perú hacia una economía cada vez más integrada y competitiva. Sean todos bienvenidos al Perú y que este World Cargo Symposium 2026 nos permita seguir acercando nuestras economías, compartir experiencias y construir más oportunidades para cada uno de nuestros países. Muchas gracias.